Bets.
Hello everyone, this is Mike with BetBlitz. Welcome back to your source for daily sports picks. Big day yesterday sweeping all of our plays, but today's a new day and we are looking to set you up again with some of the best picks on both PrizePicks as well as Underdog. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 450 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video. So take a moment and hit that like button. Also, let us know down in the comment section below which of these picks you will be taking, as well as the ones you won't, or any other lines that you think have a great chance of hitting. And if the picks in this video aren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to their top tier analyst for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. Today we will be getting into the NBA's Tuesday slate of games, so take a moment and hit that like button again. If this video gets above 450 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video. For our first pick, we'll be under the rebounds plus assist tab, and this time we'll be selecting Trae Young for more than 13.5 rebounds plus assist. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, and by the way, if you'd like to try Outlier for yourself, click our link in the description below to gain a free 7-day trial. We see that this line Trae Young has actually exceeded in 7 of his last 10 games. Additionally, this line Trae Young has exceeded in 70% of his last 20 games. On the season, this is a line Trae Young has exceeded in 63% of the games he's played. Now, Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks will be facing off against an Orlando Magic defense that this season has been one of the best in the league, especially when it comes to defending against their opponent's rebounds plus assists, not allowing too many rebounds or assists overall. And when it comes to defending against the opponent point guards, while they still are ranked very high overall, they still are giving up a fair share amount of rebounds and assists to the opponent point guard. And if you watch Trae Young this season, you know he is just an incredible playmaking machine, dishing out assists left and right. And coming into this game with the playoff implications as far as seeding goes, we do expect Trae Young to come out aggressive and to reach his line. Here's the Magic's defensive numbers against opponent shooting guards for those of you who want to see that as well. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Trae Young is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, over 34 minutes per game, which is very nice to see to be taking his over on this line. And again, one of the things we do love about Trae Young is his high amount of potential assists per game, near 21 potential assists per game over his last 21 games, which is just insane even for a point guard. And despite being on the smaller side as far as height goes for point guards in the NBA, he still is able to rebound decently enough for his size, just under 6 rebound chances per game over his last 10 games, which is also nice to see. So coming into this game, we do expect Trae Young to have plenty of time as well as opportunity to reach this line. On the season, Trae Young has been incredible as far as playmaking goes. He really has been that way his entire career, but this season, near 12 assists per game on the season, as well as over 3 rebounds per game. And again, coming into this game with heavy playoff implications as far as seeding goes, we are expecting Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks to come out aggressive and reach their lines. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Trae Young for more than 13.5 rebounds plus assist. Now for our next play, we'll be headed over to the points tab, and this time we'll be selecting Derrick White for more than 15.5 points. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this line Derrick White has actually exceeded in 5 of his last 10 games. Additionally, this line Derrick White has exceeded in 65% of his last 20 games, as well as in 64% of the games he's played this season. Now, Derrick White and the Boston Celtics will be facing off against a New York Knicks defense that this season has been pretty solid overall, especially when it comes to defending their opponent's scoring, ranked top 10 in the league defensively for points allowed to their opponents. However, they still are giving up a fair share amount of points overall to their opponents, especially to the opponent's shooting guard position, where they are giving up near 29 points per game and ranked near the bottom of the league to this position. Here's the Knicks' defensive numbers against opponent point guards for those of you who want to see that as well. But overall, we expect Derrick White to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Additionally, the Boston Celtics could be without many of their key players, including Jaylen Brown, Jrue Holiday. Al Horford is already listed as out. Kristaps Porzingis has an illness, as well as Jason Tatum. So this could lead to a lot more scoring opportunity for Derrick White. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Derrick White is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, over 33 minutes per game. And while White hasn't been shooting the ball as efficiently as we'd like to see him over his last 10 games, 41% field goal shooting, he still is getting up a fair amount of attempts per game, just around 12 attempts per game over his last 10 games, and shooting a very respectable 35% from behind the arc on over 9 attempts per game. So coming into this game, especially with many of the Celtics stars likely to sit out, we are expecting Derrick White to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now in his career, Derrick White has been a solid contributor for his teams, especially the Boston Celtics, this season, over 16 points per game, which is very nice to see. And again, coming into this game against a poor New York Knicks defense when it comes to defending his position, and the likelihood of many of the Boston starters being out, we are expecting Derrick White to have plenty of opportunity to reach his line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Derrick White for more than 15.5 points. Now for those of you wisely making picks with Underdog as well, we want to share with you a couple of plays that we thought had a great chance of hitting, and that is Karl-Anthony Towns for higher than 0.5 double-doubles, as well as Devin Booker for lower than 0.5 double-doubles. And if you guys like making picks on the traditional PRA stats, but also want to have access to making picks on things like double-doubles as well as triple-doubles, click our link in the description below and sign up for Underdog using code BETBLITZ, because when you do, you'll receive a free pick as well as $1,000 in bonus cash. And right now, Underdog has been going absolutely insane with all the free picks, discounted player props, as well as promos that they have been dropping in your lobby on a day-to-day basis. Right now, they do have this Bryce Harper 0.5 total plate appearances. This is for MLB. Make sure you guys go lock that in so you guys aren't leaving any money on the table. And again, if you are already on Underdog, sign up using code BETBLITZ, claim your free pick and bonus cash, and trust us, your profits will increase. Now for our next play, we'll be under the points tab, and this time we'll be selecting Steph Curry for more than 25 points. Now taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this line may come as a bit of a surprise to you, as Steph Curry has actually only exceeded it in 4 of his last 10 games. However, Stephen Curry is coming off of one of the worst games he's ever played in his career. 3 points, going 1 of 10 from the field in a loss to the Houston Rockets. And coming into this game with the heavy seeding and playoff potential implications in this game, we are expecting Stephen Curry to have a big bounce back game performance and to reach this line. Additionally, one of the things we do like about Outlier is our ability to filter for game-specific conditions, and one of the game-specific conditions that we will like to show you in this game is the away games filter, and we see that on away games, Stephen Curry has actually exceeded this line in 6 of his last 10 away games, as well as in 65% of his last 20 away games, including 1 tie. And on the season, this is a line Stephen Curry has exceeded in 50% of his away games this season. Now, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors will be facing off against a Phoenix Suns defense that this season has not been very good overall, especially when it comes to defending against their opponent's scoring, ranked near the bottom of the league and giving up plenty of points to their opponents overall. Now, when it comes to defending against the opponent point guard position, the Phoenix Suns have been just as bad, giving up plenty of points to the position, ranking near the bottom of the league. Here's the Suns' defensive numbers against opponent shooting guards for those of you who want to see that as well. But overall, coming into this game, we just feel it is a perfect recipe for Stephen Curry to have a bounce back performance, and we feel he has plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Stephen Curry is averaging over 32 minutes per game over his last 10 games. We would like to see this slightly higher for Stephen Curry. However, we do think it will be just enough for him to reach his line. And of course, Stephen Curry is a phenomenal three-point shooter. Over his last 10 games, just around 40% three-point shooting on over 11 attempts from behind the arc per game, which is very nice to see. So coming into this game, we do expect Stephen Curry to have plenty of time as well as opportunity to reach this line. Now, on the season, Stephen Curry has been scoring the basketball very well over his career. He's been a phenomenal scorer, 24 points per game this season, but again, coming off of one of the worst games of his career, scoring 3 points, going 1 for 10 from the field against a poor defensive team in the Phoenix Suns. We are expecting Steph Curry to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Stephen Curry for more than 25 points. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 450 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video, so take a moment and hit that like button. And again, if the picks in this video weren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. We thank you for watching, and we thank you to all of our channel members, and we'll see you in our next video.